Anyway, so this is where we left off on Friday. This is Friday. So, where are we? So, Midnight Isles, that's where we currently are, walking on the corpses. We're going to go talk to Naticula. Go meet her for the first time. We still have to do that. And as a result, we're going to drag Ember along, of course, and because she wants to talk to her and see if she can convince her to not be a demon anymore. And that will be pretty much it, because these quests are not related to this area. So, get that stuff done. Let's just double check our spell situation. We're currently level 16. Halfway through, a little over. Just checking, so it looks like we need to rest. I don't want to go into... I don't know if there's a fight involved or not, so I just want to make sure we're properly prepared, which means resting. And of course, we don't have anybody set up to do this. Come back. Wasn't Aru doing this stuff? Did we lose her? Urushile's not with us anymore. We lost her? Did we drive her away? Oops.
Please stop saying oops. You are making me look bad.
Urushile was the succubus that was running around with us. She walked away with all her gear. That bitch. I didn't realize she left us. Ugh. Anyway, we can't really do any decent potions anyway. Potion of Heal. Not enough reagents for that stuff. It's okay. Wow, I didn't think she left us.
You're a good fighter, Regil, but you're unbearably boring after the battle is done. It's probably because you're bleaching.
I'm not here for your entertainment.
Oh, yes you are. Christmas lights tomorrow? Yeah, Mrs. Gimpy wants to put Christmas lights up too. She didn't say when she wants to do it. She's still planning what she wants to do. Anyway, so Urushile, what did you... I didn't realize she left us. She sure did. She's not with us anymore. Well then. We'll get over it, I guess. Okay, so we'll sit there.
I'll go ahead.
Let's go back and talk to what's-her-face. And then after we finish Act 2, we're supposed to be getting promoted to Lichdom. Full real Lich. We're only like a partial Lich right now. Even though we've been a Lich forever. Or at least Lich in training forever. But after this act, we're supposed to be full-time. Although they kind of lied to us. They made it look like we were going to get it sooner than that. Okay, so... Lan or him? Slayer or Lan? Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why Urushile left. I didn't realize she was that upset about the whole situation with her. Let's see, she's a lockpicker buffer person. Our damage, tank, whatever. Damage. But better long range damage, not so long range damage, better damage. Let's bring the dwarf. We haven't seen it in a while. Okay, so we're going to the Terrace of Favored Mistresses. Yeah, it's actually the second person that's... the second person that's left us? Who was the other one? So memorable. I don't know who it was. Oh, it's the Tiefling. what's his face? The coward. He left us. Again. I don't know why Rushlight left. I didn't realize we upset her that much. I thought we had her happy. Oh well. Live and learn, maybe. Maybe not so much learning. Okay, Skeleton Executioner, Gravor, Stomp, Bob, Ember, B, Delamere, Camellia. That'll work. Let's see. Hey, Tibor, welcome back. Good afternoon. Okay, so Greybor. Sorry, not T. This is. I just said hello to Tibor, but this is Greybor. You guys need to work on your names. Helm of Calamity. He's got raises a heavy hand. That works for him. Strength 4. Protection 3. So protection 4. These are got the bracers, headpiece. Weapon wise. We got this nice little. Oh, it's a hand axe. I thought it was a throwing axe. Oh well. I was kind of hoping this thing was a throwing axe. With the cruel bleed on top of it, but it's just a regular hand axe, so you can't really throw it. Those regular throwing axes. Dun, dun. I think he's okay. He's got. Oh, so he could actually still use it. Cast Kona Cold spells 11th level wizard. Dwarven War Axe 3. Well, that's not so great. You can use this instead. Slaver's Fury. So plus 5. Cruel, blah blah blah. So. Is that one? So this is melee setup. This is his range setup as normal. This is Gimpy's vacuum. Just a second. Okay, I think she's done. Well, at least she's going away. Okay, so also. Oh, another ring, maybe. What other rings do we have that he could use? Undercover wizard. No. No, the headpiece. This is +1 morale bonus to AC, but no more than +3 for each ally within 10 feet of him. Show by name. Okay, so necklace, agile fist, that doesn't apply to him. No, not that one either. Nope. It's mighty fists. To armor 3. The upgrade for him. Again, belt is strength 4. Dexterity 4. It's strength 4 for him because he's throwing the axes. I don't think dexterity affects him that much. Strength and constitution. Let's do. What was this? +1 insight bonus to AC against evil creatures and effects. And I'll do the strength and constitution. Cloaks. So we got the 3. He doesn't rage. Whenever the wearer of these gloves lands a melee, a touch attack, the enemy must make a say. He doesn't do touch attacks. No. Third wizard, no. Sorcerer Magus, no. Good, so I'm dead. It's all charisma stats he doesn't necessarily need. So just electricity type stuff. So +4 morale bonus on saving throws against disease, nausea, and sickened. Better than nothing. Natural armor to all evil creatures summoned by he doesn't do summons. Keep an eye on summon. Warned by powerful Aeon. Well, it's not us. Connect down. Nope. Doesn't do magic devices. That's not him either. This cloak has no enemies or allies within 10 feet. Takes +2 bonus damage rolls on the range attacks and +2 bonus on all saving throws. No within 10 feet. Let's see if this works for him. Okay. Menace of Death. Oh, we don't like that one. Just to cover. Nope. Nope. Storm motion. Nope, that's not that one either. And this helm. Initiative? Yeah, that bonus AC. Okay. I think we're set. He doesn't do spells because he's a slayer. So he's all ready to go. Okay. So, we are headed to... Oh, we gotta do buffs too. Let's do buffs real quick. A buff bot. That was fairly quick because we already had some buffs up.
Ready for anything.
He's too short, so no, it's not that one. There we go. So, rifle aspect, Gimpy. Giant Gimpy.
You're a good person. I like you.
I like you too. Okay, so she's set. Okay, looks like we're good. Okay, as I was saying, we're headed over to the right-hand side of the map there. That's where Reticula is hanging out. Nice big bridge. Dump demons.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Sunday. Talk to the guards, make sure they're happy. I want to go in. Her lady ordered us not to bar your way. See? We're supposed to be here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so we've never been in here before. Looks like they're working hard doing paperwork. So, what'd you go become a demon for? Because I wanted to do work on behind a desk all day.
Maybe I did something wrong here.
Of course. Ink isn't yet dried, but you cannot distinguish the letters on the page. The lines seem to have gone mad, crawling over and trying to devour each other. So she needs to roll a 12 and roll a 10. Yes, that's how it goes here. Tall shelves are stuffed with countless books and scrolls praising the Lady in Shadow. There are many deeds. Some tomes are old and they're threadbare. Others are new and in mint condition. Hey, Ring, welcome back. Just in time. Maybe. The main brothel house? It doesn't look like a brothel house, unless you're in love with books. Hey, Jeff, welcome back.
It happens sometimes.
Hey, she succeeded. The Lady in Shadow's library is called the Vault of Graves. It contains the biography of everyone whose life Meticula has ever taken, and her victims are innumerable. Yes, it's evil RNG Sunday. Belongs to the Queen of Secular Swords either way. I don't know. Somehow, I think I'd be highly disappointed if I was a succubus and thinking I was going to go, doing what succubus do and get stuck working behind a desk all day. I mean, that seems kind of stupid. So that's her statue, right? Our Lady in Shadow, the Queen of the Midnight Isles, Lady Meticula, Demon Lord of Darkness and Lust. Right, is Spice of Life? Sure. Yeah, it's more of a double thing, isn't it? Not so much a demon thing. The tall shelves are stuffed with countless books and scrolls praising the Lady in Shadow's many deeds. Some tomes are old and threadbare, others are new, and they already saw. They used that one already. Now it's a hallway through there. Is that a hint? Is that a hint?
Follow my lead. As it should be.
Oh, look, it's a book. Lexicon of Paradox Part 2. Stuff. Too much reading. It's the semblance of life. Created blah blah stuff. Pile of sketches and drawings depict fragments of various rituals that lead to the upcoming rifts and portals stuff. Book written in multiple languages, titles that can be translated or dedicated to research into the nature of souls.
That is not far.
Oh look, it's arrows. Midnight Bolt. Should probably give them to her, huh? She's our only archer in the group currently. Warning about the lexicon. Once you use it, it will ask you if you want to put the two halves together. Then you have to go through a series of very difficult skill checks. She's very green and brown. That's her armor. That's a nice little armor of vigilant sprouts and helmet of Shy Lily's helmet. Feel any of the checks, you might have to wait until you level up again to put together. Oh, really? Plant armor? It's not really. I guess it is. Oh, look, it's a projector. As you know, my dear addressee, given the scope of planes, time is a relative constant, and in the abyss it can even be more unreliable. Therefore, I do not allow myself the vain hope that my message will reach you in time. Chapter 5 stuff? Yeah, worry about that. Mysterious stranger. Your final question was about the possibility of a complete awakening of the memories of our mortal life within a soul that has already passed through Pharasma's judgment. It will send you a research of all the cases in which I am aware where such an awakening took place. Shh, stop, you're making too much noise. Despite the fact that this list is quite extensive, my conclusion is that all such restored cases are the rarest exceptions to the rule, and with the absolute majority of souls, an occurrence such as this cannot happen. Both the wonder and the majesty of mortality lie in the fact that there is a certain moment after which the process is final and irreversible. The essence that departs the judgment of the Lady of Graves is no longer what it was in life, and we, as scientists, must account for this in the system of knowledge we are constructing. So, what are we actually watching this for? Why is this relevant? Is this related to the whole she killed another demoness to build the city? That didn't really answer any questions.
I'll go ahead. I know the way.
Stuff. Silver chain, don't care. More stuff, don't care.
Follow my lead.
Oh, there's
As
a
it
door
should be.
there. Little tiny door.
What a find!
Was it? An emerald?
I hope you appreciate this.
So many scrolls that we never use.
I am helpful, am I not?
Dinosaur bones. Won't change. Shining shell. What was the thing that was... Oh, I guess it was the bones. So it was just all about that book we picked up, right? Oh, this other room doesn't seem to be. When researchers returned their magnificent curiosity, found out that it's world-renowned stuff. I gave her that already. Oh, fatal market. This is not the same thing. This does what? 50 points of damage that can't be ignored or reduced. Cannot miss. It's got lots of dinosaur bones now. Well, maybe not lots, but some. Might have given the first half to the queen. It might be in our storage too, because I throw a lot of stuff in storage. It's another statue.
Greetings.
Oh, I can't say my name, huh? A stately shadow comes towards you. In its hands, a small mirror sparkles and shimmers with an unsettling light.
Greetings, Commander.
Came to speak with Nocticula, not you, Erilu. A lot of questions for you.
The suture is my servant. I did not expect him to rush into the abyss after me, but I have allowed him to remain with me while I take care of some business. However, you asked what I am doing here. I bring answers.
Sure she does.
You have walked a long path, one where shadows constantly flicker at the edge of your vision, and questions multiply like flies above carrion. It is time for answers. At least, some of them.
She lifts her mirror and you fall into its cold, shimmering lights. Uh-oh.
Day 16, Aridus 4715. Experiment, transformation. Subject, let's skip that.
Me.
Objective, to embed the essence of a Nahindrian crystal in the soul of the subject. Expected result, the essence will coalesce with the subject's soul, which will ready itself for total transformation, triggering the concomitant powers. The time has come to put my plan into action.
I'm nothing but a guinea pig.
You are my creation. Your power was my gift. Now you know.
What makes me believe this lie? Let's say I believe you. Why did you need to tell? Why did you need to do all this?
You are asking the right questions, but the time has not yet come.
Listen.
Ah, such special memories. Remember the laboratory, do you? I told you back then. Go on, look around. See all the ones Lydia really worked on. Here with us is definitely the place for you.
Dretch grins in satisfaction. Yes, they normally turn me into a dog, but I think it's because originally I was a guinea pig. The unseen angel does not speak, but a silence seems to thunder in your ears.
Your power is of the same kind as that of Nulkineth, Jerrybeth, and the other demons that you have met. The power of the Nahindrian crystal dissolved into the blood lies within your soul. I have already hinted at this to you once before, when I left the essence along with the lexicon of paradox in my old laboratory. and ordered the suture to make sure the gift found its way into your hands.
Of course. Yes, a gimpy pig. I'm not a gimpy pig. I am a man. Damn it.
But
Well,
there is more.
damn fear.
Do you remember when you were taken to Canobris with a wound that would not heal? Do you remember how Terendelev apparently healed you? That was merely an illusion. The dragon was only able to temporarily dull the pain. In fact, it was I who saved you, when I came to you in the caves and implanted a crystal within you. No, saved is not the right word. Your wound is still not healed. That is why your wound weeps blood from time to time, every drop of which burns your enemies.
Ow. As to confirm her words, blood begins to seep from the wound on your chest. Eerie flames seem to dance within the crimson drops. Timing?
This is pure essence of Nahindrian crystal. My invention is far superior to the crystals used by Xanther, which were barely refined at all. It will give you new strength, and help you to overcome the wound that still slumbers within your soul. Take it. Take it, and you will see that this is the very power that has lived in you since the Battle of Canobris.
It's not going to work. You need to tell me everything first.
Very well, then. Ask your questions, and I will answer.
Sorry, she's gonna talk. If I don't have to read this stuff, she's gonna talk. What is this wound in my soul? How dangerous is it?
It was my mistake. My failure. I failed to... The tale is too long to recount here. Your wound is a reflection of the world wound, in a way. It is very dangerous, even if you do not yet realize it. It is not a disease, but rather an abscess, which will one day burst and kill you. It cannot fully be healed until the world wound is healed. No doubt you have felt this affliction on several occasions. It awakens when you use your power. It makes you sense more strongly what mortals call the corruption of the abyss. Until the world wound is healed, you will have no peace.
You followed me.
Like a witch in a fairy tale, I watched over you from birth. From before that, even. And I kept detailed notes. You were chosen and prepared for a special destiny. I am pleased to see that you still wear them. I enchanted them specially to protect you from danger. I am glad you found my gift useful.
Braces? I don't even know what braces I'm wearing.
Aside from this, I helped you, even when you were unaware of my presence. I saved you and your unfortunate companions when you fell into the crevice in Canobris. In the Grey Garrison, it was I who distracted Minago to allow you to approach the Wardstone. And in Dresden, I appeared under the guise of Yoniel to guide you toward the Sword of Valor.
Uh-huh.
And I also left you a present in my old laboratory, and told the suture to see that you received it. I knew that sooner or later you would find your way there. That place exerts a powerful pull.
Yes, it was very nice of her to leave us all this stuff. She's a good friend. Not Gollum-like at all. So the question is, why is she doing all this? As it turns out, you helped me thwart the plans of your masters, Baphomet and Ascari. I don't expect saying, thanks for your help. You're a scheming liar and an enemy. You'll die at my hand sooner or later. We'll go the first run.
They are not my masters. They are a resource.
Why is it you worked the whole ploy of with the lab necessary? You even sacrificed your servant, the suture, for it.
You always have to sacrifice something. I wanted you to go to the laboratory to see with your own eyes what I had been doing and what I am capable of, so it would be easier for you to accept the truth. The laboratory is the place where I prepared your ascent. And the suture was the only one who I could trust to execute my plan and explain everything. After all, He too once experienced rebirth at my hands, and that is why I was willing to risk his life.
Perception check passed. Look at that, I actually provoked a reaction. That's the second time your expression has changed when I've mentioned the suture. Now I know the architect of the world wound is capable of feeling remorse, if only when she sends her Dretch minion on a dead... Even if only when she sends her Dretch minion on a dead mission.
I see I am not the only one making observations and drawing conclusions. You are analyzing me. That is commendable.
Of course it is. Okay, the Lich Zechariah performed a powerful ritual on me, but he could not extract my soul. It was too strong. What's happening to me?
It is undoubtedly due to the influence of the Nahindrian crystal that I implanted in you. It is not surprising that your soul is strong. It is mixed with the spiritual essence of a demon lord, and a very powerful one at that. I am uncertain whether your soul could ever be ripped from your body, although I would advise against putting it to the test. However, you have the right to find your own way, and to test the limits of your power as much as you wish.
That's not very convincing. Tell me about the Nahindrian crystal. Start from the beginning.
Nahindrian crystals are formed from the solidified blood of demon lords. Their properties are not well known, even among the inhabitants of the Abyss. And there are reasons for this. Acquiring the blood of a dead demon lord is very difficult. After a demon lord dies, their body is instantly absorbed into the Rift of Repose. Only the Lady in Shadow knows how to kill them in a way that allows her to preserve the bodies of her fellow lords and transform them into a solid state. That means that Nahindrian crystals cannot be obtained anywhere other than the Midnight Isles. Or rather, it was impossible until recently, when I managed to experimentally obtain a crystal from the blood of a still living lord.
Uh-oh.
You saw the result. A dagger made from Discari's freshly shed blood, which I left for you in Canabris. As regards the use of the crystals, that is a discussion that would take time. A very long time. Someday I will finish my groundbreaking treatise on the transformation of Nahindrian crystals, although it is unlikely I will ever publish it.
Uh-oh. So you figured out how to use the crystals to imbue living creatures with power.
Not just any creatures. Demons. And half-demons. The soul must have a stable connection with the Abyss in order for it to receive the power of the crystal. Experiments involving tieflings and mongrels failed because the voice of the Abyss was not strong enough within them.
But I'm not a demon.
I wasn't a demon either when I started. But there are always ways to circumvent, or even to override the laws of the universe. I changed myself by knitting my soul together with the essence of the Abyss. And I changed you. Do you remember the fits of rage that began shortly after Discari's attack on Canabris?
No.
This is how the second half of your soul manifested itself. Not yet fully aware. Not yet awakened. It's a pity you did not choose to let your demonic nature take hold. The result would have been most impressive. All those arrogant crusaders, those knights with their eyes ablaze, those pious priests. They have installed at the head of their magnificent army a scion of the Abyss, the creation of the architect of the world wound, whom they so revile.
Just trying to see you here in Nauticula's palace. Who do you really serve? Discari? Baphomet?
Both. And neither. I have served both Discari and Baphomet, and not merely as the lowest in the pecking order. But I do not think you'll be surprised when I tell you that to me, both of these mighty lords are merely convenient temporary sources of power. And their time is almost at an end. But the Lady in Shadow is different. She is the preeminent ruler. Soon you will understand this for yourself.
So, Jeff, she's telling me that going Lich was the wrong way to go. Good job in failing the game. Restart? Yes, let's restart now. Obviously, we too many wrong choices. My power is different from that of Jerebeth, Melkup, and the other demons.
Yes, because I taught Xanther and the other servants of Baphomet and Discari the earliest version of this transformation ritual. I spent decades perfecting it until I obtained the power that I gave to you. Power in its most purified form, cleansed of the filth and chaos inherent within the original blood of the demon lords. Your power is as pure as thrice distilled water.
About
But
whiskey.
it resonates with other powerful sources of supernatural power, such as the Sword of Valor. And your power can change. You must have realized this already. You have shaped my gift into a form that you yourself have chosen.
Yeah, see? I made the right choices, Gone Witch. No, his power is whiskey. Are you not familiar with the Jameson's whiskey, which is its claim to fame is it's triple filtered? Or triple is it? No, triple distilled, I think is what it is. No, it's actually whiskey.
You are seeking answers, trying to understand the crux of the matter. That is good.
What I want to know is this. What do you want from me?
Patience. Before we continue, I want you to receive your power.
She nods at the glowing essence. I will not refuse this power, but I will decide how to use it. I won't eat of your hand or remove, even if it makes me weaker. No, we're gonna eat. Yeah, she's backtracking to make me feel better. Maybe with vodka supposedly mean little water, as in very little water in it. You touch this essence, and the power, so familiar and clear, flows through you like a river. The power that courses through you is so immense that the wound on your chest closes up as if it had never existed.
Now you know. You truly know.
Just to me, as in they drink it like water? Oh, they do.
Enough! Enough of this madness! I was blind. O Lady of Heaven, how blind I was. I saw holiness in the half-fiend's creation. Away! Away from this festering hole! I must bring this terrible truth to Queen Galfrey, and save those who can be saved from this darkness!
Angel's voice fades, and you can no longer feel his presence. He has disappeared.
I want to help you close the world wound.
She looks at you for a while, then she speaks, blah blah blah. Hey, the Spiritor, welcome back. Erilu's words are cut off by a quiet laugh. Sitting on the throne that was empty just a moment ago is none other than Nocticula, ruler of the city and the Midnight Isles, a powerful demon lord, and the one they call Our Lady in Shadow. Her red lips curl into an ironic smile, and her large eyes observe you with keen interest.
You were about to say, we are going to close the world wound, weren't you, Aurilu? I see no reason to continue deceiving this mortal. Now I am convinced that he is quite worthy of serving me. I will even reward him with a modicum of knowledge about the events in which he is about to take part.
You have too many questions, not too many answers. You've been sitting on the throne and listening to this whole time. Kneel, my lady in shadow, please allow me to swear my allegiance to you and your... No, we're not doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you, great ruler of Midnight Isles.
Have you
Your
hydrated
method
lately?
does not lack courtesy.
If not, you really
That is to
should.
be commended. I have had my eye on you for a very long time. You see, it was at my behest that Lady Vorlesh imbued you with such incredible powers. But I was curious to see your worth as an individual, not as Lady Vorlesh's creation. Thus, I decided to postpone our meeting and see how you'd fare in Alashanira, and whether or not you could win respect and power among those not so easily impressed by outstanding magical abilities. Well, you've passed my test adequately by proving that your character and your will are stronger than the Nehindrian powers Lady Vorlesh has vested in you.
You are wise, my lady. However, only those who have never known or forgotten what it is like to be mortal can so easily dismiss the importance of power. To be someone whose life is fragile and can be cut short at any moment, like a candle snuffed out by a gust of wind.
It is a shame your angel has left you, mortal. I would have liked to talk to him. I don't expect I will get another chance, as that celestial buffoon's days are numbered.
I take it this tone as casual, but her eyes are intent, scrutinizing you. You're able to see the Hand of Inheritance despite all his enchantments. Why do you think the Hand of Inheritor is going to die?
The herald of that upstart goddess? Here.
Yes, although his defenses were quite intricate. A commendable precaution on his part, as word of the Hand of the Inheritor descending once more into the abyss reached the Echo of Discari almost immediately. Mind you, vindictiveness and guile have always been among his best qualities.
Hand of the Inheritor told me his magic deceived the eyes of all evil spawn of the abyss, but not yours.
Perhaps you don't know everything about me yet, mortal. Perhaps you made the same mistake as many before you, and many who were more insightful and more powerful than you, by presuming to know what to expect from the Lady in Shadow.
Tell me about the Echo of Discari.
He is a strange creature, a bespoke creation, so to speak. Long before the world wound was opened, Discari, that little cricket, was seeking a way to have some fun on Galarian and assert his influence there. One day, he decided to gather a few strong mortal followers, fuse them together into one being, and pump that being full of his own power, in the belief that something worthwhile would come of it. That is how the Echo came to be. To the great dismay of both the Echo and the Lord of Crickets, the Echo was greeted by Eridan, protector of humankind. Eridan gave the Echo such a thorough thrashing, the whole abyss thought him dead. And yet he was not. Cricket, the younger, is alive and well,
Cricket the
though
Younger.
I cannot say the same for Eridan. But the Echo remembers his humiliation still. He hates anything and everything related to Eridan, especially his inheritor, Iomade. Her heralds, her priests, her temples. He would hate Iomade's pet pug, if she had one.
Why does Echo Discari prey upon the Hand of the Inheritor?
Envy, humiliation, ego. The usual playthings of little boys from all planes and realities. The Echo suffered more than one defeat. First at Eridan's hand, then under the onslaught of the forces of heaven. Those routes taught him to attack his enemies by stealth, boldly and often, killing and crippling anyone close to the light-bringing goddess. Now, it seems, he has decided the time has come. The Herald of Iomade himself is in the abyss alone, without a retinue of lesser angels.
Uh-oh.
He's an interesting little bird, that angel. Before he became the Herald of Iomade, he served Regathiel, the General of Vengeance. I've always found the fate of that Imperial Lord to be quite fascinating. Did you know that the father of the Upper Plains' top military leader was a devil from hell? Regathiel had to achieve many feats to redeem his unholy legacy in the eyes of the other Imperial Lords. But he did. A remarkable tale, is it not? Incidentally, was it really necessary to bother the dearly departed Alanithia? The shriek she let out upon returning to her grave interrupted my train of thought and quite spoiled my mood.
Why did you betray her?
My brother, Sakothbenoth, manipulated me. He convinced me that our confrontation with Alanithia was inevitable, and that I had to strike first.
Looks like the Elfinishes from the Rift of Repose have it in for you.
Let them nurse their grudge. Those fat, smug wretches think themselves the guardians and heralds of the Abyss. But the Abyss has no need of servants. They once dared to come to me with some ludicrous demands. I can only presume that after receiving the heads of their brethren in response, the rest found their ire somewhat cooled.
How'd you kill the passion of Olympia's heart?
Do you honestly think you can find out such precious secrets that easily?
Yeah?
How I dealt with past enemies is knowledge I guard very closely, and you already know more than anyone else. Be content with what knowledge you already possess. You seek more at your own peril.
I think we spent enough time on this matter.
Indeed. We have business concerning the living. We need not waste any more time on the dead.
So the real question is was that little section specific to the Lich? Or does everybody get that little interaction? Conversation is interrupted by a concerned-looking succubus who silently approaches Nocticula and then begins fervently whispering into her ear. Nocticula's expression turns hard and cold. As Nocticula ponders the new development, the messenger makes eyes at you playfully. You recognize those green eyes, except they were awash with pain when you last saw them, their owner bleeding out in the cavern of the Nexus. The succubus smiles slyly and gives you a wink.
Another island, another loss. Enough! I warned them that I would not stand for the desolation of my realm. They have not heeded me, and they will regret it. Go to your sisters, and tell them to prepare.
She sends the green-eyed servant away and turns her face to you once again. The green-eyed succubus, I know her.
Yes, you've already met Laulia, my talented assistant. I've heard she was very convincing at acting out her tragic death in the minds of the Nexus. As you can see, I've been watching you since your very first moments in the Abyss. And even a little earlier. I value servants such as Laulia. She stayed in character, even when you had decided to finish her off. Your merciful decision has left a lovely scar on her beautiful body.
Oh no.
I have prepared a beautiful intrigue that will topple many of your enemies and seal the world wound forever, ending the threat to Galarian. And you have the chance to become part of that intrigue.
Okay, and now for the part we've all been waiting for. Ember talking to a demon lord, trying to convince her to become good.
Ember? So that's her then? Well, approach. I have heard you bleating your pathetic prayers at me. You have some nerve addressing me with such nonsense. Did you think I would simply repent? Renounce my status as a demon lord? Do you have any idea what I had to do to acquire it? Wait, what is this?
Tears are rolling down Ember's cheeks as she sniffles noisily. She presses her maimed hands against her heart as she stares up at Nocticula. Her fragile form shudders from weeping. Everybody wrinkles her nose in disdain. Why have you brought this simpleton here? This is blah blah blah. Not Nerosan. We don't give alms here.
I can't stand these noises. Do you think you're the first to try to move me with a display of tears? It only makes me angry. If you wish to speak, then wipe your nose and
Hello
speak
everyone.
clearly.
My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel.
Timing.
If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yes, thanks for watching. And just to be clear, I did not make Vern say that. That was her normal time to say that. That was just perfect timing.
I know what you had to do to others and to yourself. I'm so sorry. So sorry. If only I could ease your pain somehow. Calm your sorrows.
I should hear her out. She believes that deep down everyone is good, even creatures that are evil by nature. She's insane. She doesn't know what she's saying. You should hear her out.
In my realm, I decide to whom I should listen and whom I should hang. Be quiet. You wanted me to hear the girl out. Then let her babble on until I tire of her. So, where were we? My pain? My sorrows? What nonsense are you talking? Don't tell me you pity me.
I'm so sorry. You're the most miserable soul I've ever seen. I've seen people burned alive. People being devoured by monsters. People burying their children. They were in pain. So much pain. But I've never seen anyone in as much pain as you.
What is this saccharine drivel? What do you even know of me, Nat?
I've seen your city. You were the one who built it. It is the way you wanted it to be. It holds all of your dreams, all of your heart, and everyone in this city is suffering. Everywhere, all the time, every minute. All who live here are hurting and scared. If these are its citizens, how miserable must its ruler feel?
And this is what you brought her to me for. You think this infantile sniveling is worthy of my attention?
I doubt you'll be able to understand her message. You're a demon. Of course speeches about goodness make no sense to you. Of course not. The little fool's prating gibberish. Shrug.
What's that supposed to mean? What, you don't even know why you brought her? So, what do you suggest I do, creature? Beg the good gods' forgiveness? Devote myself to serving a sword-swinging upstart, perchance? Or that old crone, the moon?
No. Gods can't help anyone. They're just like us mortals. Silly, frightened, clueless. You're almost goddess yourself. You know better than anyone that no one can save you. No one except you.
Save me? From what exactly?
From yourself. From what you've done to yourself. From the city you've imprisoned yourself in. Listen! You are a queen, but you're the queen of pain and filth. Your realm is a realm of your own suffering. You're almost a goddess. You can do anything you want. So why won't you make yourself happy? You could become the Redeemer Queen.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid that's going to happen, Jeff.
Oh, the Redeemer Queen. That's new. Never in all my years have I heard anything like that. Well, child, enough joking. Get out of my sight, or I'm afraid I might decide to keep you here forever as my fool.
Do you think she took my words to heart? I suppose you're right. We'll see what happens.
Amber, the ever optimist.
I told you to get out! I don't want to hear your squeaky voice again!
Did Arilu really create me? Ah, she has certainty So you certainly had a hand in your present state of existence. Lady Verlesh designed the world wound, a magical phenomenon of unfathomable power. To seal it, we required a key that was just as strong and unique. Simply put, we required a champion, and she chose you. I think we made a breakthrough in therapy today too, just Barador. But your powers and that wound on your chest were the result of her experiments when she infused your soul with the essence of the abyss. Of course, you remember none of that. Everything was done in secret. Even the power granted to you was purified to the extent that it was possible, so that you would not guess the source ahead of time. In trial after trial, we watched your will be tempered, and when the time came, we started filling you with the energies of Nahindrian crystals. These energies are necessary for the task at hand. Everything that's happened to you is part of my intrigue. I was going to summon you and reveal the truth when the time was right. Instead, you followed your queen's orders and arrived here early. One can only hope that you are prepared to accept the truth. Everything has its price, Erilu quickly says. Your wound was, in essence, the flip side of all my experiments. There was a reason why we required a true champion, not merely a living tool whom we could fling into the flames of the world wound and close it like any lesser rift. I think you should know that. Lecticula makes a sudden gesture, cutting Erilu off. Don't be too hasty. We have burdened him with enough revelations for now. Give him time to become accustomed to the truth about himself. Then you can share all the details. What exactly are you offering me? I'm offering you the chance to become my weapon. Your enemies are a thorn in my side as well as yours. What's more, I have never schemed against Galarian, nor have my warriors taken part in the conquest of your plane, at least not on my behest. There is no cause of enmity between us. Why did you want to close the wound? When the world wound opened, I was pleased. My realm was now connected to another plane. I wanted to make it into a crossroad of worlds, a place where demons, devils, and even angels could meet. The wound was a convenient path along which I could advance my ideas. But the Midnight Isles were not the only realm that had been linked to the Galarian through the world wound. Duscari and Baphomet also had a way from their realms into your plane. Their servants flooded my islands and spread out across them like a plague of locusts, killing guests who were under my protection, questioning my rule. They were driven by their lust to conquer and enslave, whether on Galarian or in another abyssal realm. I was forced to shift my focus and express my discontent. Eventually, atop the bones of our servants, we reached an accord. I would let their armies pass, and they would comply with my wishes while on my islands. Of course, the accord is a polite fiction. Both the Duscarites and the Baphomets are attempting to amass their power and influence in the city to overthrow me. When they think I'm not watching, they break my taboos and revel in their own impotence. And worst of all, Lady Vorlesh told them about the Nahindrian crystals. They realized what kind of power the crystals hold, and now they are determined to mine every last deposit hidden within my islands. And once an island loses its crystals, it becomes nothing but flotsam, slowly sinking into the dark waters of Ishiar. With every lost island, my power is diminished. I could start a war and kill the plunderers, but a major conflict would hinder some of my other plans. So instead, I will teach my neighbors a lesson by orchestrating their ignominious, oh god, I hate that word so much, defeat at the hands of a mortal. What do I gain by serving you? A reasonable question. One must always serve one's own interests. Rest assured that you will be adequately rewarded. I will give you gifts befitting your ambitions, and my patronage, which you can certainly count on, lies, would prove more valuable than any enchanted trinkets you could dream up. If you're so powerful, why do you need me? If I were to make a move myself, it would start a war. Not that I'm afraid of doing so, but it would hamper my more important plans. Baphomet and Duscari would never best me, or could never best me, but they could sow enough chaos and spill enough blood that visitors from other planes would shudder at the mention of the city. No, I will wage war on my own terms, in the shadows, and I will remain unseen until I drive my blade into my enemy's back. And since Galfrey happened to send you to my realm, you have the honor of becoming my blade portal. Be glad you're wielded by skillful hands. Uh-huh. Erilu. We should also reveal how exactly our blade will be employed. She sizes Erilu with a sharp gesture. We can discuss the details later, when the moment is right. Now is not the time for idle conversation. How exactly do you plan to close the world wound? She rolls her eyes. It is a complicated magical process. You'll receive precise instructions once you've captured the threshold fortress of Galarian. There, at the exact spot where Lady Vorlesh opened the world wound, you will be able to close it. But first, you'll have to crush the guardians of the threshold, and the forces are growing by the day. Hepzibah, Baphomet's daughter, is mining a large number of Nahindrian crystals in my realm. These crystals are her secret weapon. No army on Galarian can stand against them. You must stop Hepzibah. If you do not, your world will fall, and my plans will suffer significant harm. Erilu. At one time, I disclosed the secret of the transformation to two servants of Baphomet and Daskari, Zanfordang and Natasafin. It was a well-calculated gambit, which bought us time and assured both Daskari and Baphomet of my loyalty. Natasafin is Hepzibah's favorite. He oversees the transformation of her army. Hepzibah is currently on another island far from here. The route to that place is plagued by pirates, monsters, tempests, and other more terrifying dangers. Have you heard of the living bubbles of frozen time that swallow airships, and when the ships reach port, the crews discover they've been gone for 100 years? ? That is not the strangest occurrence you could encounter on your journey. I'm willing to provide you with a decent ship and an experienced crew. If you kill Hepzibah, I will stop her sinking any more of my islands, but without giving Baphomet cause to declare war on me. Why is it so important to kill Hepzibah? Daskari and Baphomet don't just stand there and watch you won't just stand and watch you close the world. They'll send their armies after you, so you will need an army of your own, and that is something the Crusaders won't have for long. Hepzibah is mining more and more Nahindrian crystals to empower her forces when she attacks Galarian. If you don't stop her, the Crusader resistance will be crushed, and the ranks of demons pouring through the world wound into your world will multiply 100-fold. You were sent here to cut off the demon army's supply of Nahindrian crystals, weren't you? Well, that's exactly what you're going to accomplish. I'll consider your offer. And accept it, I'm sure. I respect your caution and won't force you into submission. We all stand to gain if you do my bidding of your own volition. Glimmer of approval dances on Tequila's eyes, and an interesting destiny lies before you, mortal. You will rise to great heights and play a part in events of titanic proportions. Many would give their life for a chance to tread such a path. Hepzibah visits the city every now and again, but her true lair is far from here. She hides on the island of Calafir, to the northwest of my archipelago. There lies her secret fortress, in quotes. In the deep mines, her slaves dig Nahindrian crystals for the invading army she plans to bring to Galarian. I'll give you a magnificent airship and an experienced crew to take you there. It will be a long and perilous journey. Take some time to prepare. Treason, guilt wilderness. I want to ask you about the other powerful Denzians. I want to know more about you. Trying to depart for blah blah blah. Your guards must watch over my camp in the Nexus and all who are residing there. I'm ready to hunt down blah blah blah. What did treason? She looks quite amused. Is that so? Who is it you decided to inform on? And more importantly, how did you learn of these traitors, and how credible are these accusations? Shamira is researching the Nahindrian crystals in secret. Perhaps she is planning to overthrow you. A friend of mine, storyteller, has peered into the future. In his vision, Hepzibah was sending demons after you. The demons were strengthened by Nahindrian crystals. She knows the storyteller. hint of dangerous excitement creeps into her voice. You are a font of knowledge, my dear guest. Let's just say I'm not surprised by her appetites, the ambitions of that brat, or her lecherous goat of a sire. We're bound to surface sooner or later, but your warning will encourage me to keep a closer eye on her. You could have gone to Hepzimira with this and received a payment for your silence. Your foresight must not go unrewarded. So, a secret ingredient. I wonder what that is. Chimera's researching the hindering crystals in secret. Small smile appears on Necticula's lips. How nice of you to warn me. I'm impressed. I do wonder, however, did you really think I was unaware of this, or did you merely want to just demonstrate your loyalty? Either way, I appreciate you telling me. I will take this as proof that I can rely on you. Her expression remains courteous, but her voice now carries a hint of disapproval. It is unfortunate that while you did discover her devious scheme, you still gave her the knowledge she sought. It would have been wiser to keep her in the dark. I'll have to keep a closer eye on her from now on. Then again, she trails off, wariness creeping into her voice. It's all so trivial. Finding the hindering crystals is a surefire way to sink the island the crystals are on to the bottom of Ishiar. I assume you understand why all who attempted to procure them on Olympia were executed. At least you didn't tell Chimera about the mines you found. The last thing I need is the ardent dream burrowing under my capital. Why do you still tolerate Chimera? Someone has to deal with trivial matters. Chimera's betrayal was assured the moment I made her my favorite, just as Ephorians before her. The second always dreams of rising to be the first. I know the feeling well. I've said everything I wanted to say. Okay, Mr. Gimpy needs to talk to me real quick. Be right back.
Aren't your legs getting stiff? You haven't moved in quite a while. Stretch, damn it.
I'm okay.
You ignorant meatbag.
Skippy says hello. And she doesn't understand what that means, Jeff. And she goes, actually, she saw the word cabbage, and she said Gimpy would never eat that, because Gimpy doesn't do cabbage. Anyway, so we tell her we killed Willidus. She probably won't appreciate that. Ask you about other powerful dungeons of the abyss. Oh, I know what beets are. Don't like beets either. A little more about you. If I'm in part, blah, 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 I want you to detect or protect my camp. She nods regally. I will send my assassins to ensure that no harm comes to your entourage. Be grateful for my patronage, mortal. Of course. I think we have business to take care of. Do you want to tell her we told killer? Is it healthy? Is what healthy? Beets? Are beets and cabbage healthy? I don't know. I don't eat beets and cabbage. Other powerful Denzians. Nah, I don't care about that. Do you remember the elven archmage who used to serve for 1,000 years ago? He's still alive. We know each other. Really? He was well past his youth even back then, and now, just how old is he? Can mortals even live that long? Well, apart from your immortal Aslanti, say hello to him on behalf of the Lady in Shadow, and tell him that the one who replaced him has disappointed me immensely with his incompetence. No matter how hard he tried, he could never live up to my magnificent elf. You know, you've managed to surprise me, a rare occurrence for someone who knows just about everything. The bat of an eyelashes, Nocticula sends you a piercing glaze, one that feels like it's delving into the deepest corners of your soul. What's your relationship with Ariel? She works for me, isn't that obvious? Blah, she's the most brilliant, capable mind, and guile, blah, 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 stuff. Much as I offered her the position of my advisor in matters of magic. Naturally, the esteemed Lord Goat and Lord Locust don't know anything, and know a thing about the betrayal of their faithful lackey, Lord Vorlish. They plan to keep it a secret for a while longer. Betrayal is too strong a word. I opened the path to Galarian for those two, and I told them how to extract power from the Nihedrian crystals. That will suffice. Doesn't it bother you that Aurelia serves another master, but she doesn't? And we know the answer to that. Let's see what she says about this one. She just said this guy was an idiot, so. There's no hint of sadness. I'm aware of this, of course. It is lamentable in a way, since his fear of me was strong enough to make him impeccably loyal. However, his death is but a single move in a much larger game. In games like this, losing a few pawns is unavoidable. Ugh. Let's do some business first. Dagi casts a piercing glance at the spot where Arilu was but a moment ago, then stops you in a commanding gesture. There's one more thing we must discuss. The Lexicon of Paradox, Lady Vorlesh's magical treatise that contains many secrets of the world wound. You and my servant, Lady Vorlish, were just talking about the Lexicon of Paradox. For many years, it has remained split in half, harmless. But what is once divided can be made whole again. Who knows what power the book can impart to its owner? What if they expand the world wound even further, or connect it to other planes? Not a chance. The Lexicon of Paradox has caused more than enough trouble already. I already possess the first half of the book. Find the other one and bring them both to me. I reward you handsomely. Giving the book into my keeping will also protect Galarian from suffering a second world wound disaster. Lexicon of Paradox would be much safer under my watchful eye than in your travel bags. Wouldn't you agree? Why do you need this book? One world wound alone has been enough of a nuisance for me. I want to ensure that some future mage leafing through this book doesn't link my realm to another plane. I'll consider your offer. The reward will not displease you, I promise. This dangerous knowledge ought to be locked up securely. I won't keep you any longer. Take care of some business. You've taken a liking to my city, I see. Well then, savor it in the fullest, and then come back for truly important business. Blah. And we've got mythic level and stuff to do. So, guess we should do that now. Yay, mythic levels. So, rank 6. Ooh, get a lich power. Level 4. The ultimate ruler of undeath, the lich is a being, blah blah blah. So, mythic feat. Longer suffering racial penalty in the ability score. Destructive shockwave. No, we're gonna do that. Expanded honors. Extra feat, mythic ability. Whether you channel energy to heal a cure, that's more potent. Scope of mastery. Spell penetration mythic. Oof. Where's the one? We need to extend his buffs. During spells, he only has level 1. Damn it. So lasts longer than an hour, but shorter than 24. Last longer than an hour. None of his stuff really lasts that long. Damn it. That's gonna... More abundant casting. Gotta do the enduring spells, though. It'll be a while before we see the greater enduring spells, but whatever. So, Lich Power. Deadly Magic. For up to 3 rounds per day, Lich can make all spells he casts to ignore spell resistance and spell immunity. Any creature affected by the spell can't cast spells for 2 to 4 rounds. Death of Elements. This can change any elemental damage to negative energy, no matter what is source of this elemental damage. This can also activate consuming elements 1 per round per 2 mythic ranks, turning all incoming elemental damage into negative energy. Well, that's interesting. Death Rush. Charges are used as combat maneuver. Doesn't do too much. Decaying Touch. Natural attacks, including ones he makes in a polymorph form. As well as melee touch attacks and unarmed attacks. Deal damage. Unholy damage that targets flesh rots. The affected creature also suffers 1 point of ability damage to strength for each hit. Plant creatures take more damage. Melee touch attacks. Eclipse Chill. For 3 rounds per day, you can view all spells he casts with the powers of the Eclipse Chill. Creatures affected by the spell must pass Fortitude saving throw, plus intelligence, blah blah blah, or become blinded and suffer cold damage. Fear control. +4 profane bonus to attack, and +1 profane bonus per mythic rank to damage against frightened creatures or ones under mind affecting effects. Does that include Shaken? All enemies within 10 feet of the Lich must make a will saving throw or become shaken until the end of combat. Successful save gives immunity to the ability for 24 hours. So is that what that is? This gains damage resistance 10. Whenever an enemy realizes a hit on the Lich, that enemy becomes cursed with decaying muscles. Under its effect, the enemy suffers a -2 penalty to attack rolls until the end of combat. Shaken is a fear effect, so it is a fear effect. Okay. Negative energy mastery. Activates ability. All these kineticist blast and out. Now that's an effect. Yippee. That's sneak attack. Undead mount. He doesn't have a mount. Weapon of death. Can enchant add an items he wears with Bane living and nullifying special abilities. Creature is killed with the weapon of death. All creatures in a 15-foot radius suffer a penalty on caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance equal to twice the Lich level's mythic rank until the end of combat. Creatures in a 15-foot radius suffer a penalty on caster level checks. How does that work exactly? Withering life. When a living creature takes damage from a spell cast by the Lich, that creature takes 1 point of damage to Strength, Dexterity, and Constitution, or 1 point to blah blah blah. Lich can choose which ability scores will be affected from a spell. I want like 2 or 3 of these at least. I just don't know which one. Up to 3 rounds per day. For up to 3 rounds per day, Lich can make all spells he casts to ignore spell resistance and spell immunity. Change any elemental damage to negative energy. No matter what its source of it. Lich can also activate consuming elements for 1 round per 2 mythic ranks. Turning all incoming and elemental damage into negative energy. He doesn't do elemental damage. +4 profane bonus to attack and +1 profane bonus per mythic rank to damage against frightened creatures or ones under mind affecting stuff. So all enemies within 10 feet must make a will saving throw or become shaken till the end of combat. He doesn't do that much melee, but yeah, that's no big deal. Where's his Bane living and nullify special abilities? Creature is killed with the weapon of death. All creatures with intent to suffer a penalty on caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance. Equal to twice. So that means they're easier to hit with spells? That's what I'm reading now. And that there's nothing about saving here. Anytime he takes damage from a spell that he casts, the creature takes 1 point of damage to Strength, Dexterity, and Constitution. Now they have to be killed. Withering life. Other the fear one. Damn it. Yeah, Dead to Magic help land spells. The problem with that one, though, is sorry, it's weapon. It's Weapon of Death. This is Weapon of Death. That's the one, but you got to kill him. You have to kill them with the weapon. That's the trick on that one. Gimpy's not the most efficient killer with weapons. I mean, he can do it, but it's got to be, last hit type person. He's not going to kill anybody outright, typically. Right. Oh, makes enemies take a penalty against overcoming spell resistance. Right, but again, the trick there to this one is Gimpy's got to get the kill, which is not so easy for him. So, but the fear control, this one makes it easier for him to hit stuff and do more damage because he gets +1 bonus per mythic rank. So that's what, 5 points of extra damage per hit, +4 to hit. That's what I'm thinking, because he's been using Frightful Aspect more regularly now. So that's why I'm thinking of getting Fear Control. And then once this is up and running on a regular basis, and then we can go after Weapon of Death or Withering Life. So I think we'll go Fear Control first. Okay. Oh, I got a new summon. A roach. A roche? I don't know what a roche is. What the hell's on a roche? Get new spells. We'll look at those in a second. It's 12. So another level 3 spell. It's already got haste, displacement, mastery, flash, power from death. Strengthen fallen allies and enemies alike. You gain +1 attack rolls, saving throws, and saving throws for every dead creature in 30-foot radius up to a maximum blah. Contagion. Yeah, we don't care about that too much. Empiric touch is always nice. Ecorsh, is that how it's pronounced? Skinless giant undead demons. Does Gimpy have False Life Greater under Oracle? He does not. I thought he did. Huh. I thought he had a False Life Greater under that. A torche. A corche. That's a weird word. Yeah, see, I know he has the regular. He's got false life there too. I could have swore he got it under Oracle. Guess not. Oh. Anyway. So now he's got it there at level 4, level 5. Bone explosion. It's a fireball, but it's bones instead. It definitely sounds French. Definitely sounds French. Empiric shadow shoot. This 42 saving throw receives
Hey,
6
bag
damage,
of
blah, blah,
water.
blah stuff.
Stretch your legs. You have been sitting in one spot for far too long.
This fortitude saving throw is successful. The target receives 1d6 damage per caster level, and all creatures in a 20-foot radius receive 1 damage per caster level. So no matter what, they're taking damage. Is it a swift? Oh, it is. Oh, we're going to try that out. I didn't even notice the swift part before. So again, fireball with bones. And level 6 spell. Banshee Blast, Blasphemy, Bone Shield. 1 minute per level. You create a shield made of bones around yourself. It gives you +6 shield bonus to AC and immunity to critical hits for 1 minute per caster level. That's pretty nice. Circle of Death. Stuff that we know what that does. Cold Ice Strike, Create a Dead, Disintegrate, Eye Bite, False Grace, Harm. We already have that as an oracle, I think. Siphon Life. Works as a vampiric touch, except it is a ranged touch attack in medium range, and the amount of damage is 1d6 per caster level. Oof. Ranged touch attack. Siphon Time. All creatures within a 30-foot burst centered on the target. You steal enemy speed and vitality. Enemies in 30-foot radius are affected by the effects of the slow spell, and allies are affected by haste. Use your finger on making all these spells swift. Yeah, this one's crazy. This is a haste plus the slow. Huh. I want shield, and I want that one, and I want that one. And it's a swift action, too. Super haste. And with the finger? I want too much? I know I do. I know I do. So the finger. It only fixes level 6 spells or lower. The finger does.
I am prepared.
Finger is on. Oh, it is a standard. Damn it. It was a level 6 spell. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's too good to be true, right? It's fine. But they're all under 6, so that's fine too. Okay, we're good there. Okay, Staunton. Another mythic path for you. My tank. Mythic dodge. Mythic channeling. I don't know. What do we do with him? He's got the epic damage reduction. Mythic toughness, inspirational leader. And then another mythic maybe appear. Doesn't really do that stuff. Whenever you miss attack with a melee attack, your target still takes damage equal to your strength bonus. This damage cannot be increased or be increased by any other means. Dodge. We're gonna go Mythic Dodge, I think. Just give him more armor class. So what was level 7? No, that's only level 6. Yeah, it's that the missing thing. It's tempting to get for him because he misses a lot, but his strength isn't that high, so it's only going to be 5 points. That's not that impressive for him because he only gets three swings. I think he's only at 3 swings at most, so it's not a lot of damage. Anyway, dodge. Cammy. So she's got damage. Okay, during spells, nature, mythic feat. Oh. I thought she already had the greater endurance or the greater enduring spells already. That's a feat, right? She already has it because it's not here. How come it doesn't show up? I know she has it, but why isn't it showing up? Oh, because it's over there. Oops. That's why. Okay, so she's good that way. Okay, so destructive shockwave. That's not going to do it for her. Extra mythic ability, maybe. Flawless attacks. Mythic brewer potions. That's not really her thing. Is Murgy help? I can never get it to work. It's never worked for me. The way that it's described, it never seems to work. Unless they fixed it. It's definitely a waste. I mean, it sounds like it's useful, but I've never gotten it to work. At least when we first picked it up, it wouldn't work correctly at all. So I've just kind of ignored it. I mean, it may work now, but yeah, like I said, I originally picked it up because I thought it worked, and it didn't. Yeah, again, I have no idea if it's been fixed. Using weapon finish may also use your dexterity modifier instead of your strength for damage rolls. Doesn't she already have that? I don't even know what school she's focused on. There's the other abundant cat. Oh, that's the other side of things, isn't it? That is a thick ability. Boundless healing. You spell it becomes reach as though she's not really a healer. She's like backup healer at best. Improved abundant casting, so more 4th, 5th, and 6th level spells. Yes. She needs more spells.
Soot is restless. I wonder why.
I'm restless. Okay, so we're working on her endurance spells too. see. Beneficial curse, nah. Never ready. Nope. Greater enduring spells. This is what we want for her. This can negate that power around you. Activate this ability grants you magic immunity to spells, any spell effects on you. Nah. Nope, sword for her. Delamere, what are we going to get for you? Deadly Aim Mythic. Melee attack. No. Flawless attack. What's this? Mythic Sneak Attacker. So one more to sneak attack damage. Point blank. Range attack is unmatched at point blank range. Granted by point blank, increased by +2. That's what then, what, 30 feet? Okay, more attack is not bad, no. She doesn't miss that often already. Precise Shot Mythic. Might have that already. Or not. At the top. Need Deadly Aim? Deadly Aim. So, you get +3 bonus on ranged damage rolls instead of +2. When your base attack bonus reaches +4 and every +4 thereafter, the bonus is increased by +3 rather than +2. That's a little bit more damage. You're only a little off, yeah. So, more damage or better chance to hit. She doesn't seem to have much of a chance. She hits pretty often. She does a fair amount of damage too, so that's the problem with her. She does both fairly well. But more damage just never hurts. Slayer's Advance. Why is this showing up? But point blank shot isn't here. Is it a mythic ability? It's not even there. She already. See, there's no point blank there. Oh, and this one too. Oh yeah, no, she needs both of them. Question is which one first? Hit or damage? Bonus on attack and damage roll. Oh, so this actually already does damage and hit. So let's go this one first. This one is just damage. This one is to hit and damage, so we'll do that one first. Yep. That's the one we're doing first. Okay. That's good.
Ready to serve.
Yeah, they're 16. Grave Ore. I have no idea what to get him. Miss at the melee attack target takes damage equal to your strength bonus. So we made him into throwing stuff. So my Blake Master here. +5 damage at deadly aim. Something like that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're using throwing axes on him. Because why not? He's got the Fixed Obsession, Frost Embrace. Not spectacular stuff, but it works. This is key. Throwing axe lands a hit. All its further attacks until the end of the round deal 1 additional force damage. Damage bonus stacks up to 10. Yeah. The question is which one should be first. I don't think it really matters, right? And then he can switch over to melee if he wants, or needs to. So Slaver's Fury, that's the one we just picked up recently. And then Crushing Cold. Because the range is 30 feet, right? Secret ingredient. What's this? Once per day, you may use this ability to make all potions used by your party empowered and maximized, as though using the Empower feat, Maxwell Power spell. Once per day, you may use this ability to make all potions used by your party empowered and maximized. So who should be carrying that thing around? It's for 1 minute, so just gotta remember it's there. I keep forgetting he's got this dice too. Lasts for the whole day. Okay. Oh. We don't have to worry about spells, right? Oh, yes, we do. Damn it. Okay, level 4 spells for Cammy. Oh, she's been drained. When did that happen?
No mistakes.
You can trust me.
These require restoration.
I know what to do.
One whole level, huh? I don't even know how she got drained. Okay, anybody else? You're good. You're good. All set. Okay. So, back to the spell.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
So, level 4.
Hey Gimpy, it is time to take a break.
After this.
Your next break is in 2 hours.
Yes, false let greater. Partial concealment against range attacks. Does she have this ready to go? Oh, it's already up there. Only what it wants, huh? Emergency Gippy heal. Animal growth. This is summon what? Manicore, direboar, boars, and leopards. Oh, look, level 6 spells. Let's go to Endurance. Already have owls. Good strength. No kitties. Already have Stone Skin. Got 2 Scene. Banishment. Here's the dismissal spell. Force expended creatures out of your home plane. It's not going to work on the Abyss too well, isn't it? It doesn't work on in the Abyss. Did I say no kitties? Did I? I don't know. There. That seems to come in handy. And that's that. Okay. Ember. You don't have to worry about you. And you guys don't get spells. Okay, so we will save here, take a break. Yes, Tully, this is the new Canadian Star Sector mod. Nice and warm to keep you guys, or keep the Canadians warm. Make sure everybody knows they're still alive. Anyway, I'm going to need to take a break, and we'll get the scout report here started before I go. And then we'll guesstimate on whether the scout's been seen in the past 24 hours or not. Keeping in mind she is on a 14-day streak of being seen. Weather's been fairly nice. All the fun stuff. Anything else? Any other information about Scout? Do we care? Anyway. Okay, so has Scout been seen in the past 24 hours or not? We don't know, but we'll find out here in about 5 minutes or so. Go ahead and feel free to make a prediction, wagering your little acorns that have no value. So if your country thinks it's gambling, they're wrong. But if you don't see a predict button at the top of your chat window, refresh your browser, it should show up. And we'll find out the results here when I get back from our break. So thank you all very much for watching, and enjoy the dog video.